Greetings everyone, it's Saturday, May 28th, and it's a picture perfect Saturday here in Oxford, North Carolina. Beautiful southeast of the United States. The sky is just a crisp, clear blue. It's been raining all freaking week, so this is a nice reprieve. Trees are all vibrant, everybody looks happy, and the peace of nature is, well, it's just perfect. Anyway, hasn't been a tremendously exciting weekend or anything. I guess, let's see, my primary focus this weekend was to, last weekend I spent a good portion of the time tearing down the very first iteration of the rain barrel water tower, which was all done with pallets, and I kind of used it, well, it was just a fucking dump, is what it was. Just a dump. So anyway, I've retasked a good portion of all that sort of stuff, and actually situated a lot of the stuff that's no longer structurally sound, it's all scrap anyway, to making sure that the weeds don't grow where we wish to walk, which is a never-ending problem up here. And I've decided that I don't want to use chemicals like Roundup and so on to prevent the weeds from growing. So I've experimented with numerous ways, including cardboard boxes and carpet underlayment, plywood boards, and the most recent iteration is pallet planks. And I was laying them down flat, which did a pretty decent job for a time. And now I've actually started overlapping those boards in the hopes that it lasts longer without allowing the weeds to grow through them. And let's see, I also finished up the shelf, my scrap wood shelf, so that it now has a roof, and it's 10 feet long, so it should accommodate just about everything that I bring out here. And we brought in another load of white wood. They had a whole stack of this white wood, these trim boards, over at Lowe's for $40. And I know that I will use them at some point in time, so I've spent a good portion of the time this weekend just buttoning up the roof, putting a little bit of extra reinforcements in the form of pallet planks as extra support, and of course breaking down a few more pallets that had these lovely 6 foot and 8 foot long builders, nice 2x4s, good exterior lumber, pressure treated, all that good stuff. Some of these do not have pressure treated lumber, and it's just kind of indoor wood, which is great for, you know, whatever the hell I want to build. So that looks great, and so hopefully that'll be a much more functional iteration of the scrap shelf this round, and it'll certainly help keep the rain off it. And the rain is abundant around here, and a whole bunch of other scrap. Let's see what else I've been doing. I've taken to the uniform, these little blue pallets are very uniform in dimension, so I've actually taken to, and I've got a whole bunch of them, I've taken to making them into a fence. So I'm interchanging those with another set of pallets that seem to be fairly uniform in nature, and they're not blue. So I put these upright, and I call them Walmart pallets because Walmart uses them like crazy. So the Walmart pallets are going horizontal, and the yellow pallets are going vertical, and have just kind of found a creative way to apply those pallets without having to break them down. And we can build with them and make a fence. Fuck it, why not? Let's see, what else? The greenhouse is happy, my plants are happy. I've planted a whole bunch of other plants, including beans, beets, cabbage, radishes, and lined them up over here on the end of the fire pit. And the fire pit I fired up because one of the main projects this weekend is my homemade fire bricks. Homemade fire bricks I had to make because unfortunately I can't buy the damn things from Northern Tool until the fall. And I spoke with them, and I even tried to get in touch with the supplier, and they're just not doing anything until the fall. So I'm like, well, shit. So I went online, found a couple of recipes, and settled on one that uses fire clay which I had an abundance of, fire clay, sand, silica sand, and perlite. So if you want a recipe, go find it. It's readily available online. Anyway, I've made those 3 bricks. I've also got another brick from last week's episode inside that I did fire, and it has slightly different dimensions, and it did actually become a ceramic and did a nice job. So for my first fire brick, that turned out pretty nice. I'm pretty thrilled with it. And let's see what else. I've also been spending a little time focusing on getting the boardwalk continued on to the wraparound, because I do need to finish the wraparound boardwalk, the skirt boardwalk as I've called it. And of course, you know, once the summertime sets in, the weeds just take over like a son of a bitch. I wish I had a permanent solution to the weeds that was cheap and scrap availability style. I don't know anybody that's got any ideas with that, but it seems to me something that mankind's been struggling with for a long time. And in our modern age, we've of course come up with chemicals, Roundup. Of course, Vietnam vets will remember Agent Orange. Yes, a wonderful defoliant. And so we'll figure it out. I just got to be patient and persistent. I doubt I'll be able to be as persistent as nature herself, but we'll get it together. Speaking of that, the incessant rain has once again flooded my sump pit, or septic pit, or where the biogas digester pit, the place I intend on sealing and then erecting a biogas frame, a lower structure, and then an outer frame that will shelter it from the elements and hopefully keep that fucking pit empty, which I'm not going to be holding my breath. But and of course, one last thing, the trees are beckoning to me. I very much want to go back into the trees and start climbing again. So that may be coming soon. I don't know, but it'll certainly add a lot more liveliness to my environs here. I love being able to have a platform up in the tree where you can just sit and enjoy the peace of nature, or zip line somewhere, or whatever. Anyway, that being said, thanks for joining. Enjoy the peace of nature. It's quite audible today. The crickets are out. Maybe I'll catch some video of the fireflies later. Oh, I also don't feel myself very much out here, particularly in the summertime, because I'm out here in my boxers all weekend long. It's the most comfortable way to roll. I love working in my boxers. It's awesome. Clothing out here in the South gets so hot. So anyway, enjoy.